welcome to Opally Hour, day 8 of our underwater world build. So here's the confession. I videoed the whole of today's without actually turning on the video player, so I had nothing. So let me tell you what we did. We put on the other side without the glass. I did put the outside cover on. It doesn't say to do that, so that you know. Lined it all up. We also put this wire in and rolled it down here. Put on the extension wire, which I couldn't use my wire nuts. I had to use tape, so we'll see if that works anymore. And it was a blue light, by the way. We also put the front on. This does not ever have any glass, from what I can tell so far. And we, gosh, what else did we do? We started putting some of the tape on the inside here, up here, you can see. And we, so previously I had gone around the edge with the gold paper like they suggested, but wasn't overly impressed with the results. So I actually did, and you can see it shows the lines really nice. I actually did it by using my marker pen, my acrylic paint pen, for several pieces. So some will have the paper and others will be like this. So maybe, other thing I did was I cut out the little clock and put that on, which we are going to be putting on after we have done these rest of these two sheets on the inside of this window to cover up this wood. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So some places you may have to trim these for width, and other places you may not. It depends how well it clamped down, really. Gosh, this wiring is going to be a pickle, isn't it? All right, so let me start. Let me see if that's taken. Right, let's start that process. So there's a lot still to do. We have to decorate both sides of the window, this side and the other side. We then have to put the plastic in. We have to put the roof on still. But, however, before that, we are going to do lots of bead decorations. So I'm not going to do them all on camera, but I kind of show you what needs to be done. So we'll start on this one and we'll do a few bits of here. And then I'll carry on with it and show you what it looks like. I think it looked quite nice, maybe overboard, but quite nice. I mean, like I say, this model really probably is a good, maybe almost 10-day model. So bear with me and I will get organised to get these papers in. Alright, what we want you to do is start about halfway on this bottom piece and take this all the way to the corner. They want you to put that top piece in last. I actually did put it in first. It has a tiny circle that they want you to have this bulb fitted in. And if you can see, it wouldn't really work. So I cut a small gap and just went around it like that. So let me get this done. And then we'll come back to the decoration pieces. It's quite a shame, really, I didn't record, because I dropped my candle. Would have woke everyone up, made you all jump, and you would have been like, what the heck? What I'm going to do is, while that's drying on the inside, is I am going to get the cotton and make a start on some of these. So it wants you to do the left side, which is the opposite side to what we're doing right now, basically. And you're going to be using some of these tiny stars in here. Some of these beads, the white beads, I think these bigger white beads are the ones at the top there. And also, oops, some bits and pieces in here. So let's make a start. So I'm going to just line up what we need. I'm not going to do all of this in front of you at all, because you will 100% get bored. So you can see that it does have thread through it. I am going to use a needle. I do not have the ability to do that. So these darker round ones are our little pearl looking ones here. And then, wait, go back. Of course it's not going to do it. And I'm going to, all I'm going to do is thread the, with the needle, the thread through these, and then just pop glue on top. And then this one. So I'm going to get this left side done, and then I will show you what that looks like. Okay, all I did was use the needle and put that through the thread. Thread it through the first one, and I knotted this one so it is secure, and then I am just gonna trim it. She says trim it so that not much of the cotton shows. Cotton thread, same thing. And I'm probably going to pop a bit of glue on there as well, and then thread these two and stick a bit of tacky glue where I want them to be positioned, and then carry on and do the rest of this. And I'll probably do the ones for the side it says, the left side, and then I'll also do the one for, I'll probably do the rest of them, just get it done. So I'm going to get these in spot, show you what I mean, and roughly, doesn't have to be perfect. These are going to be hanging down each side of the walls, so it will look really pretty. I mean, it's very, very decorated, this, I will go with that. Sorry, I'm sticking to everything. I need to go and wash my hands. I think I've got super glue everywhere, and that's kind of roughly where I see this. So I'm going to use, like I say, tacky glue, not. I think I'm going to use, gosh, I don't know what to use. Tacky glue, I guess, because it's less, it's not as stringy. So I'm just going to pop a bit here, I say, and then it becomes stringy. You can go a bit closer. Pop a bit there. Maybe if I use these it would help. Nice. Maybe I should just put it on the paper. I mean, I have this paper for a reason. And then put them where I want them, roughly. That one needs to be a bit further away, so this one a bit closer, this one a bit further away. And then I'm going to cut the string quite a distance away and leave those to dry. I'm going to put them to one side. So of course everything will move when I move it, as we expect. But when I come back to this one, it should be dry. And then some of them, like this one, has a star in between it. So we would be doing that. So that one just has one of these smaller, well, it's not small, but one of these beads, and then a star, which looks like stickers to me. And then the top one, the same as what we have. So I've got lots of white ones. I don't have many of these double ones that I've used on here, so hopefully it's the right piece. But otherwise I've got lots of those like single ones here. So I'll be using that in one of the stars, like this. Alright, so gonna get on with that, and I will be back, like I say, to show you how they look, and we can carry on with the actual train, put this clock in, which we need to do, and start on the decoration size. And to be honest, I am darn well hoping we're going to get it finished today, so maybe me screwing up and not doing day 8 and showing you all the bits and pieces, maybe from your point of view it's probably a good thing. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so I have only done the left side. It took me about an hour. Great fun, not. Bit of a, yeah, close your ears if you don't like it. Pain in the arse. So I ended up, gosh, using super glue. They still need to make sure they're fully dry, and then trim all the ends off before I even put them inside the model. So I'm going to leave them a little longer, then I'm going to get the model out, take all the clamps off, start putting some of the decorations, I guess get this clock in, start putting some of the decorations on those windows, and put these in, and they should be fully dry by then. But oh my word, and we also have to stick some of these little blue ones on the window itself, and then we can, once that side's done, we can then put the plastic on it to cover it up, and we have one side finished. Yes. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so this is kind of organised similar to what this is. These ones here are where they are going to stick them to the actual frame themselves. And as much as they show 4, I actually think it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's 6 going to be sticking to it, not 4. So that's where that is. So before that, and I haven't done the others yet, so make sure that that's done, it's okay. And we are going to be working on the other side, this side here. So get out the way, you guys. So it's roughly in their order. I think in reality you could probably do whatever colour scheme you want. I don't think it matters. I'm not going to get these glue marks off, I don't think. I don't want to bust the... Oh, got that one off. That's where I was trying to keep these wires straight. Anyway, so we are going to be working on the base here, at the bottom here, and putting things in there. So first things first are some of the pieces that they wanted gold paper around. So let me go grab those. Alright, so these are all the pieces that we will be needing, plus this and this. These are going in first. I'll get my diagram of how they want it to go. So the big one, this one here, will go in here. So I'm going to get some... Oh, what shall I use? Let's use tacky. That will work just fine. And then we can put this panel on after we've done this. So it looks like it goes all the way into the corners. So I'm just going to glue some tacky on here. And we'll probably put a little bit on the back. So it goes flat against there. Hides some of the multiple sins on this side, doesn't it? Oh, the tacky glue got stuck to me. It's that tacky. Yeah. Yuck, 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 yuck. Alright, so then on top of that goes this one. So it goes like that. So again, just going to put a little bit along the edge at the bottom here. Blink, blink, blink. And this one goes on there, like so. Then we are going to put in the shark, or dolphin. What do you think it is? And it goes this way round up top here, towards here, like so. Not quite sure where to put the glue on this one. Maybe this edge, so it's like it's coming out the edge. Can't get the glue out. Maybe a little bit on here and here. Probably be enough. Let's leave it on its side. And this goes something like that. So I'm not going to worry about the squidges because a lot of this is just going to get hidden. And followed by the tortoise. Oh, I forgot to put the clock in. I would say, guys, remind me to put the clock in, but you know, it's kind of difficult after the event, isn't it? So tortoise is facing towards it, so something like that. Maybe going up towards it, we can do it. And then our fish, we have one above. I'm try and get this as precise as I can. Not there. One here. I did this one both sides. There was a reason, can't remember. One here, roughly. And I think you can kind of design it, I think, really how you want. So I think as I've got glue, messing this side up. I'm just going to put one up here because that's already kind of messed up. And those are in, followed by some blue beads, and there were 6 in total. So let me get 6 out, and I know one each go into the corners here. On the shark side, then you've got one here, roughly. You've got one, you've got another one underneath that one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks like 6, so 5 and 6. And I'm going to let this dry and then come back and put the as I dropped one straight on the floor. Ooh. Come back, let those dry, and then we will do the hanging ones on here. So something like that, because what I don't want to do is move it. Like I say, I think the design of the hanging ones can be what you like. I mean, they give their ideas. It looks like there's plenty of beads to be getting on with. Also at the bottom here, we are going to put some greenery, so I might be able to do that while this is taking. And it's literally got one on top of the other on here. So one on the ground bottom, like so, and then one on top of it, but a little bit lower. Wait, come back. Like so. And then we'll put the ceiling ones on. Let me pick these all up. Like I say, I got to remember to do that clock because I had forgotten. And then we are going to be putting some greenery on. So I'm going to get this greenery and some rocks and things like that, and then probably just put this to one side for a while for me, but a shorter amount of time for you. So I've got lots of bits and pieces here. We need some green going along the bottom here too, and some of these. So I'm going to get all this prepared. Is it the green grassy stuff? I have some of this. So is it that that's going to go on the bottom here? Ooh, let me check that. I will look into exactly what's going on the bottom. I don't think it is. I think it's a part of the stuff we put. I don't even know where we put it anymore. Oh yeah, the stuff that we put on here. This stuff, I think, is part of that. Let me check that. No, it isn't evidently, so I will have to look it up. I will show you when I find what I've got and get everything together. Alright, that will roughly do. So let's put our little starfish on first, which is going to go down here. Let's get that tacky glue because that's working quite well for what we're looking for. Just going to go here. I'll tell you what, it was this piece of green that I had over, which you can't see me doing anything on. Still has the paper back in, but that's kind of okay. Let's put it up that way, shall we? Just make sure it's not over the edge. Okay, you can let go of me now. I swear half the time I get more on me of the glue than on the model itself. Then we're going to be putting in really some odds and sods, as they say. And again, you can kind of design this as you want. I mean, they've got suggestions. Obviously most of this stuff's going to be on the bottom here, and they give suggestions, but there is plenty of beads and things like that. We're going to have more of these see-through ones. I'm going to put some plants in first, I think, and they want a tallish one over this side. So we're going to put that one in there and hope that it's going to stay. Tell you what, I will put a bit more tacky glue actually on the wood itself. Yeah, because we just want to make sure it stays, because we're going to be putting glass right on top of this, so it's got to be flat. Stay down there, doesn't want to. And we're going to have the same with all of them, that they're going to get squished. And then another tallish one, I guess, over here. I think they're just going to get squished down, you know, when we put the thing on. And this one, I'm going to save that one for the other side. And then this one, maybe we'll put over here. I think I'm going to have to cut some of these off because it's never going to lay flat. Something like that. It's not going to want to, you know, I'm going to be better off using super glue, I think, on this, to try and hold them down a bit. Boink. Come back. Plastic. Oh, time to feed the dogs. And I want to get rid of that there, so it doesn't all go over the edge. So I'm going to super glue you two as well. Oops. And then go feed the pups. Something like that. That came up again. Something like that. That one didn't want to stay either. Oh, jeez. Dripping super glue all on everything now. It's never a good thing. Ow. It's got me now. Do that. Then I'll go and feed the dogs, and by the time I come back from the dogs, actually let me get these quick things in. So I'm going to put a shell here, get that flat so it doesn't hopefully go over the edge when the other side comes on, which it might. You see it over here, you can hardly see it, along with a bead or two. I'll put some super glue in for that. And then we've got some rocks to put in too, so let me quickly get this done, then we're going to sort the dogs, and that'll give it a chance to dry. Because the puppies, don't know why, but they like a little bit of food. And a little stone. Make sure your stones are reasonably flat. I stick to everything. And put a bead in this corner, and a bead in that little bit there. And get these stones in here and there. Let's get those two in. That's one. Can't remember where I put the other bit of super glue. I know you can all tell me, right? And you'll be like, it's there, and I'll be like, yeah, but I just don't see it. And then I'm going to put, gosh, stop dripping all over the glass. Another one next to that one, I think, in here maybe. Go in. And maybe, what about one on top? Should I put one on top? Seems like a plan to me. Put one up there. And that would probably do. And what I will do is put something like this on top of there to hopefully get that to stay down. And wait, same with that. What can I find? Do I want my Yankee candle again? Ooh, might as well. Let's put the Yankee candle on. Keep that down. Alright, I'm going to leave it like that for a few minutes and I will be back after sorting pups. Alright, so, not sure why that made a noise, but anyway, it did. So, kind of gone with that. That's pretty dry now. So I'm going to put these beads and I'm trying to keep them in their order. So what you want is the white part to drape. Let me see which side they're doing it. Yeah, so you got the two single ones going to be here somewhere, and the others along here. So I'm going to tip it upside down. It's the only way I can think to do this, and get them roughly, looking at this diagram here, how it wants it to go. So the larger one over here, but you can't see a thing, over here, and you can see back this way that it's not lined up at all well. So it's just going to be a thing, and I will be doing this with super glue because it's kind of beads and beads are weird. So we want the bigger one first. This comes with a lot of super glue on, and then I'm going to let it sit again. So we kind of don't want it quite where that bulb is, so maybe just in front of it. So I'm going to put that one, this bigger one of the two, here, and I'm just going to kind of plonk it in there so that when we turn it upright, that's not going to work, is it? Right, let's get the old tweezers wherever I put them. I'm just going to hold them in like that. I just don't want the other beads to catch. So something like that, I guess. Notice when you want super glue to take really quick, but the trouble is my hands are so unsteady as well, it doesn't help. Right, and then this one, we will glue the actual bead itself this time. And that goes next to it. And then we have a space of all of these where they're not. So those lights that are on the sides, I don't think were really meant to be on the sides. I thought I really messed this up when I put it together. But we will be lucky, we will get a model out of it in the end. It may not be exactly as they say, but it's not the easiest of models. In reality, it's actually quite a tough one. Now I'm going to start from the furthest side, which is going to be this one here, which I think I put different colours with some of them. Get off. So we can have a long one on here because there's nothing really in the way. What I try and think of is, you know, is there something going to be showing? So the puppies have all been fed, but my puppy has been a little monkey. I'm going to spend some time with her. So even though I will complete this for the same day as you, it will be next day. So I'm going to literally leave this for the day. I tell you, it's like a work of art, this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put these on, and then we will, won't be that one, be one of these. Then I will call it for the day. Maybe this one will work. And oh, I don't know. Oh, puppy's really going for it. We want the beads to hang down, so I don't want them to get stuck here. Like, everything about this is just so fiddly. But like I say, it's value for money, so the little star for this one has come off because it's on my hand now. Super glue will be dried up by the time I get it on there. Right, let's get one with the wire in. I guess I should put the lid on right and it would probably make it a bit better. Okay, I am going to do it on here. I'll stop touching that bottom, it's making me stick to it. Which in turn makes me stick to the tweezers. Oh, come on, that was in a good spot. I got it. I mean, I think it's going to look beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but this will take a while to set. And then we'll have a small one, or maybe the one with the blue at the top instead. I'm sticking to everything. My goodness. I'm sure if I wasn't on camera I wouldn't be saying my goodness. There'd be a few other choicey words. So I'm pulling up who needs new brakes. You hear that horrible screeching. Maybe I'll just lie it down. Can't get this one sitting upright. It's probably got super glue on the end of the... I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's cut that really short. Maybe that'll work better. Maybe it needs more super glue now. Patience, patience. I'm actually quite excited to see what this one will look like when it's all done. I purchased it because I thought it was a really quite a cool design. Stay. Right, let's get this one ready. Get that tiny bit cut off at the end. And we'll do it like this. And then push that in. And I'm just going to, like I say, leave it for the night. And I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be a split second for you, but I just want to make sure that this is totally done, and then I'm hoping we get the other side done. You know, I'm actually thinking totally different to that. I think I'm just going to wrap this one up so it'll be a shorter video, and then finish it tomorrow, because why not indeed. Let's just hold it here then a second. I think it's going to look really, like I say, really pretty. Well, doesn't want to take at all. It's going to take so long to get them on there. So the super glue dries up before I get there. Dear, that's not what we wanted. I just can't get the angle right. There, that should work, if I can get the tweezers back out. Ah, no, not the other one. Should get another set of tweezers out. Oh, what do we have to hand? This is getting annoying. Maybe I should have used tacky glue or something, because it becomes tackier quicker, as the name implies. I might be getting to that point. I'm going to try to remember to do it on the other side, huh? Right, tacky glue it is, on top of the super glue, so we will see, and another blob ready for the last one to go on there. And then maybe when I record tomorrow I can remember to use tacky glue instead of super glue. I do have an aversion really to super glue. There we go, goes straight in. Why did I not do that in the first place? Why oh why? Let's cut this end a bit smaller. I'm glad to get all the super glue off my hands. Go on. Go on. Keep going. Up the other way. Stinker. There's only so many words I can call these things. This one's got attached to it now, and that is not what I want. Oh, the end's come off as well. Sweet. Well, that's not helpful. because I'm never going to be able to thread that. Oh, I don't think I will. Maybe I will, or maybe it'll be just enough. We'll see. We'll stand it up tomorrow and see if it actually all stays on. Okay, got that done. All right, so I am going to call it for today on this. Spent way too long on doing the video that never recorded and then this one, but I actually think that is going to look really nice when it's done. And it's all taken and things like that. Don't mess with it. So please do remember to like and subscribe, and then you can get updated of new videos that I do. I do both part works and these type of models, which are more one-offs, but they tend to go over a longer period of time, much more artsy crafty. Like I say, I think it's actually is going to look really good. It's just a bit of a pain in the butt, to say the least, let alone the fact that I'm going to have all the let me see if I can get that, at least you can see something of it more than what it was. I think turn it up the other way and you can see the effect that it's going to have. I have put that clock in it as well, not that you can see that either, but I don't want to be messing with this really. But yes, and any comments are appreciated, or you can email me if you're a little shy at opallyhour@outlook.com, and I will respond as soon as I can to any comments. And if you have any suggestions of things that you would like to see built, and it's something I haven't built so far, please, you can also just let me know, and I can look into it and see if it's something that I've already built, or if it's something that I think would be a really good fit for the channel. And see, I told myself not to mess with it, I can't help myself. Yeah, but most of all, do take care of yourselves, and I do really hope that you're all well, and like I say, take care of yourselves. Bye bye now.